on no snare drum.
What's going on, everybody? This is Trendkill Radio, a rock news show about all things rock, except for when it's not brought to you by the Foundry Concert Club right here in Cleveland, Ohio. Go there, get some tacos, get some wings. They're open again.
Wings.
Jim has weird audio issues. Sorry, you're just going to have to fucking deal with it. But anyways, before we get started, why don't you guys just subscribe? Do it! Hit that little button below and hit the bell right next to it so you know when we're actually coming out with the show, because it's no longer Wednesdays at 8:30 anymore. And then now we have fucking Trendkill Quickies. So they're just popping off. They're just popping off. Like me in my bedroom when I'm alone.
Hey.
Okay, so let's get it started. Fucking goddamn Spotify, they came out, the TCEO. I don't know what T stands for. TikTok. I don't fucking know what TCEO stands for. But this motherfucker, there is no secret that Spotify treats their fucking musicians that make them all the money like shit.
Right, and I guess it's a gray area too, and I'm sure this is, my opinion, would be unpopular on this, but I wouldn't think that you should make a shit ton of money off of streams, but Spotify definitely pays you the bottom of the barrel versus other vendors, basically, so.
Fractions of pennies for every stream that you get played. I bet YouTube pays more per stream of video. Actually, no, I was completely wrong about that. With what little integrity that we have, we'd like to keep it. So I would like to mention that, as you can see right here, YouTube is the worst per stream, followed by Pandora and then Spotify. If you want to make some actual decent money per stream, you go Xbox, Rhapsody, and Tidal. Back to the show.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I don't think
there is gray areas. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think the real value of a stream should be that significant. I don't even think it is a cent, but I think Spotify's really like thousandths of a penny per stream.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. I mean, we're in a time right now that I think I just read an article, something about getting rid of pennies. Have you seen that? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this in the news?
There's a lot of circulation going around about cashless society. That's a bunch of bullshit right now.
Well, as we've seen in the past couple of months, money is just made up.
It's true.
It's just, there is no gold standard anymore or anything about like how much physical money and gold and shit that we have. It's made up. It's completely made up.
I don't have your money here. It's in Bill's house and Fred's house.
Hey, what the hell you doing with my money in your house, Fred?
Like the world is in trillions of dollars of debt. To who?
But Thanos?
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself.
Thanos. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we're getting off topic. This motherfucker from Spotify, this TCEO, Daniel Ek, which is the worst last name. It's just EK. That's his last name.
Yeah.
Ek. Ugh. You know, he's basically saying like, oh, if you want more money, then just come out with more product, make more albums.
It's literally equivalent. If you want to be rich, just stop being poor. That's all you got to do. Literally what he said.
Where's that Photoshop of Paris Hilton? I know. This is a fake fucking shirt. Daniel goes on to say he has quite a few quotes. Quote, "This is something that has been near and dear for us for some time. It's our company mission to enable more artists to live off their art, and it's really coming through in the numbers," Ek told Music Ally. More and more artists are breaking through in a big way, being impactful and creating new fan relationships.
I mean, I'm going to say that I don't disagree with that. The climate has changed. The way that you as an artist interact with your audience, your fans, has changed like extremely in the past 10 years. I'd say even in the past 5 years, that's escalated because now you have things like TikTok and things like that.
It's the internet. It's basically like what's happening to malls. Like, you know, there's no physical, you don't need to have a mall anymore. You can just buy shit online.
And there's still people out there that value the physical purchase of music. That number has always been so much. The people that truly appreciate the physical copy versus the actual, the art versus I just want music.
That's big in the metal community. They want vinyl and they still want CDs and stuff. Like, CDs nuts. Anyways, myself, like I still purchase music. I'm on Apple Music and iTunes and stuff. I still buy the shit. Power Man 5000 is coming out with a new album next month. No, it's this month. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I have already I pre-ordered it already. Like, they're getting my $10, and $10 is not a lot of fucking money.
Actually, I found out because of Spotify, because of the new release stuff. but I heard the newer Power Man 5000 single.
Black Lipstick.
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
80s as fuck.
Yeah.
So Fuckhead continues to say, quote, even today on our marketplace, there's literally millions and millions of artists. What tends to be reported are these people that are unhappy, but we very rarely see anyone who's talking about ... in the entire existence of Spotify. I don't think I've ever seen a single artist saying, I'm happy with all the money that I'm getting from streaming, the CEO explained. You have to be a high tier, upper echelon. And I guess that's been the way throughout the entire history of rock music,
or you have to be those people that have like an insane catalog of music. Like I know like a lot of underground musicians too that actually do fairly well, not because they're extremely popular, but because, you know, they have the capacity to churn out, like it's an underground artist that has like 10, 12 albums, and you know, that much content over time, if you got enough people listening to it, yeah, you get a little chunk of change because you have that much content to blow through.
What this guy is actually saying is a little bit outdated itself. He's saying, you know, standards now, they're outdated, but his statement is outdated itself because back in the day when you had Black Sabbath and you had Aerosmith and bands of that nature or whatever, they did pop off albums like nearly every year. You were able to do that because you were making enough money for the label to have a firm belief in you to go like, yeah, go make more. We'll buy you cocaine. Like, just get in that studio. And then when you're done with that album, you go out on the road. And then when you're done with the road, you come back and you make another album right now. That caused a lot of bands to break up. You know, Ozzy left Black Sabbath, Aerosmith, you know, both guitarists left. Those are just like a few examples.
I continued to say, quote, there is a narrative fallacy here, combined with the fact that obviously some artists that used to do well in the past may not do well in this future landscape, where you can't record music once every 3 or 4 years and think that's going to be good enough.
And that's just what I was saying before I got ahead of myself. He's right and he's wrong because, like I was just saying, artists used to come out with albums nearly every single year, and they run themselves ragged and they get addicted to drugs and they lose their family and friends and all this kind of shit, and then it just turns into this whole fucking clusterfuck that is the entertainment business.
I mean, it varies on the style of music you're trying to make and, you know, what you're going for. I mean, some people have to be room to be artists, and some people have to be room to have a fucking life. A lot of people can't live off of music, so they don't have the time to put the resources in to churn out an album every year, because it takes time of the cycle to write and to get in the studio and perfect it and actually get it and put it post-production and put out. It takes time, and some people can churn that out pretty quick. Some people need time to step away and come back to it. It's taking the art out of it and it's making it more commoditized.
Yeah,
which is why a lot of music sucks.
I don't necessarily think that's a great idea, but if you take certain bands that are doing really well right now, they are putting out singles and EPs and stuff like that. If you put out small amounts just to keep people keep your taste, well, I don't want to keep your taste in their mouth. But just little amounts to keep people wanting more rather than full albums, I do think that is sort of feasible. Granted, you have record company permission to do something like that because, I mean, like studios, they cost money. They cost serious money. Okay, that is all that we have for this week's installment of Tranquil Radio. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this one was very technical. Things that we needed to say. Please subscribe, hit your notifications, because we don't know when these are actually going to come out anymore. Hit us up on Instagram and Facebook, and obviously YouTube. Watch our old shows, whatever. Why not? Sure.
Scroll the old videos. There's some good stuff in there. There's some gems.
Yeah, watch some old shit. Thank you guys so much once again. I am your host, Sean Ryan.
And I am Timothy.
And this is Trend Kill Radio.
Farting on no snare drum.
Occasions, because we don't know when these are going to come out.